Hello everybody, I'm Leena, an English teacher, and today I talk about Shaper's Shape by Harindranath Chattopadhyay, a poem. In this poem, the poet discusses different types of profession, and before all this, I just talk about our poet Harindranath Chattopadhyay, in Bengali intellectual, and he was an artist, dramatist, poet, actor, and philosopher. Now, this poem deals with a change from a man's obsession with himself, with self-realization. Means what actually going on in this poem. I just gave you an intro that self-realization has come the knowledge of humility and then surrender to the will of God. Now this is about, in this poem, Harindranath Chattopadhyay beautifully described, and in 4 stanza he described each profession and then what is happening at the end. What is happening in the beginning and then what is happening at the end. Suppose I just take first stanza. In the first stanza, the poet, I go through the first line. In days gone by, I used to be a potter. So, first, our poet is a potter. In days gone means it was a time that a poet is to be a potter. His fingers mold the yielding clay. Means it's only in the hands of poet that whatever the shape he just want to give, he gave it. So his finger mold the yielding clay, but now through wisdom lately won. After some time, in his profession, after some time when he got the wisdom lately won, that pride has died away. I have ceased to be the poet. I have ceased to be the potter, and now I realize have learned to be the clay. Means actually what is happening? Now the poet realized that his fingers' magic is no more. It's just the magic of God, and due to this magic of God, he created everything. And actually, he created the shape of a clay and uses fingers, but actually he is himself a clay. So this realization has come when he got the wisdom. Now this is about the first stanza. So in the first stanza, poet described himself as a potter. Now in this poem there are some questions come that what was the poet in the days gone, and students here are confused because in every stanza the profession is changed. So it's necessary for the students to not to learn the answer but just understand the stanza. First you read the stanza, then you find out that in this stanza whether our poet is a potter or whether some other professionist. So here in next stanza I just go through the second stanza. In other days I used to be a poet through whose pans innumerable songs would come. So in other days, it's possible, in other days I used poet and innumerable songs would come to win the hearts of man. Why he prepared this? To win the hearts of man. But actually what is happening? To win the hearts of man is necessary? No, it's not necessary. But now through new got knowledge, whatever the knowledge he got, that he got newly, which I had not had so long. Before this, he didn't have this type of knowledge. So he say, which I had not had so long. I have ceased to be the pen and have learned to be the song. Okay, I have ceased to be the poet. Why it's happening? cease to be the poet? Because now he know that he is not a poet. The poet is our greatest creator, Almighty God, and he is the song of this Almighty God. So our poet at this time cease to be the poet and become a song. It's a bit confusing, but here the concept will be clear in this way, that cease to be the poet means he become the song of our Almighty God. Now this is about the second stanza. Now I just go through the third stanza. In third stanza, I was a fashioner of swords. In third stanza, what is happening? Fashioner of swords. So in days that now are gone, which on the 100 battlefields glittered and gleamed and shone, but now that I am brimming with the silence of Lord. So previously what is happening? Our poet was a fashioner of swords, so he prepared different type of swords and people use that swords, and his swords always glittering and gleaming, and this person, our poet become feel pride that, oh, I am such a good person who makes such beautiful swords. But now, after got new knowledge, the silence of Lord, I have ceased to be the sword maker and have learned to be the sword. So I cease to be the sword maker. Now he is no more a sword maker, but now learn to be a sword, because a sword need to face every struggle. So he is become now a sword, and in this way our poet stopped to be a sword maker. Okay, now the last stanza in Harindranath Chattopadhyay explained, in bygone times I used to be a dreamer who would hurl on every side an insolence. Now used to be a dreamer and who would hurl on every side of insolence of emerald and pearl. Means he behaved very rudely with each person, because what is happening, he is in love of emerald and pearl, and whatever he has, so whatever he have, he think that he is such a great dreamer, and that's why he is such a rich person. And due to this way, his behavior is very rude to every person. But now that I am kneeling at the feet of the Supreme, now he realizes that the ultimate surrender is the feet of the Supreme. I cease to be a dreamer, and this time I cease to be a dreamer and have learned to be a dream. Now he wants to become a dream of God, and when you want to become a dream of God, then your life will be fulfilled. And this is the ultimate idea of our Harindranath Chattopadhyay, that you forget your pride, whatever you are, forget that, because it's God's wish that you become a particular clay from which in God's finger make you, some shape, and then you sing a song, but not for the praise of other person or not for the appreciation you get from other person, but your song will be only for your God. And then not create any type, just like in fourth stanza, sword maker. No need of sword maker. You become a sword so that you face the struggle, whatever will come in your path, and at the same time you also protect somebody. So this will be the idea of our poet. And in last, whatever you have, your money or whatever, your properties, relations, everything, forget about thing and kneeling on the feet of Supreme and become a dream of God. So when you become the dream of God, your life will be good. In this way, here I conclude Shaper's shape means actually who gave shape? It's God. It's Almighty God gave different shapes to us. It's His fingers which He gives and from which he gives some shape, and we have to enjoy the way of life which our Almighty God gave us, not to complain every day that, oh my God, this type of situation, why should I face this type of situation, why not I become a successful person. Not to worry, this is your place, this is your profession, whatever you got, accept it and realize it, that something is important for you and that God decided that you face this situation. So you face it with full-hearted, no different type of anxieties and worries. And with this, I end our poem, Shaper Shape. Bye everyone. Like and subscribe my YouTube channel so that your next video you will get when I prepare some video, you also get my next video. So bye everyone.